The subtle drift of the heart before a person ever turns their back on God. They first begin to drift quietly in the heart. It doesn't happen in a storm, but in silence, when prayer feels unnecessary, when conviction feels uncomfortable, when distractions begin to sound more comforting than truth. The danger lies not in rebellion that shouts, but in indifference that whispers. This drift is the soul's quiet surrender to comfort, pride, and forgetfulness. To turn your back begins here, when you stop fighting to stay awake spiritually. The deception of self-reliance, the heart that turns away begins to trust itself. It starts saying, I can handle this, I know what's best for me. But self-reliance is the root of spiritual blindness. You begin to live as though you were the center and God merely an option. This illusion of control is what destroys the soul, because when man takes God's place in his own heart, he becomes a God with no power, no mercy, and no peace. True strength is not independence from God, but absolute dependence upon Him. The weight of consequence and the silence of heaven. When a soul turns its back, heaven does not always shout. Sometimes it becomes silent, and that silence is mercy. God often allows the emptiness to echo, not to punish, but to awaken. Yet the longer one resists, the heavier that silence becomes. You start to feel it in your prayers, your peace, your purpose. The world still applauds you, but heaven waits. The greatest tragedy is not that God is far. It's that we have stopped turning back toward Him. The call to return before it's too late, no matter how far you've gone. The door to return is still open, but not forever. Grace is a gift, not a guarantee. To turn your back is to gamble with your soul. Every day of delay hardens the heart a little more. The call of God is not simply to feel remorse, but to return fully, humbly, and immediately. The moment you turn back, you find that He was never far. His silence breaks, His mercy floods in, and your heart learns again why you were made to walk with Him, not away from Him.